mixed race people black?
Bruh, one question, bro.
No, I'm just reading out what I have in it.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Should there be no gender? Should there be a rule in
Should there be no
society?
gender?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah,
Should
fuck all that, man.
should it
What
be
does
a
that even mean, fam?
should it be a rule? You know what? I understand where it comes from. In a society like this, I get where they're saying, even though I don't see it like that. But I know
Oh,
where it comes
yeah.
from. In
I
in
see the
our world,
angle. I see.
in our world,
Go on.
no. In our world, it's a different thing we're tackling. So, you know, you know, the heights of the fuckery is different. That you see on the everyday is different. So, I understand certain things, but nah. Like example, should be women be allowed to compete in every sport
If they
against
can.
men? Against men.
Against men.
That's our next topic. Let me write that one down. The next thing still. Should
For real, though.
women
But, hey.
be allowed to compete in every
These
sport?
women shouting equality, but the question is, are they even ready for it? And do they even know the meaning of what that means? Like, do they understand what it means to be equal? Because
Fam,
I don't know if I can say it that
yeah.
fucking women can be as equal as men, but I do understand what they're like, a certain degree of what they're getting to, but we do have some of these I don't even know, I can't remember what you call them. These fucking feminists. I
Yeah.
take it too far, fam, and go on like they can literally do everything the man can do, when we all know that, come on, like that's not realistic. Right?
I mean, there's things vice versa that women can do that men can't do. And this is based upon how we live today in society. Me, I would say, like, from these women, yeah, they can't do every sport and fight against men, because I do not want to
No.
see a boxing match of a woman fighting against a man. How would you say that? And then you go and scream equality in that area, but then in another area you say that, oh no, you need to have respect for women, and you
For
tied to
women,
women.
you're not supposed to touch women. Like,
Yeah.
make up your mind.
So hold up now. With that now, how is it that you can make this distinction between this being normalized, yes, and then separating yourself from a society, but also asking the same respect? So there's many lines. I'm not attacking no one individual or no woman or whatnot. I have love and respect for everyone regardless of however they look and whatnot, but like, do I want to see a boxing match of this woman champion, like Ronda Rousey against what's his name, Conor McGregor? Do I want to see that?
Nah, fam.
No, I'm not trying to see
This is what
that.
I'm saying. It all goes back to. Oh shit! What was I gonna say? Fuck. It all goes back to what perspective. Fuck! I actually lost my train of thought, fam. Oh shit!
It's a mad thing, fam. It's a mad thing. It's a mad thing. Alright. Yeah, that's a big question still.
Yeah, man.
That's a big
But
question.
yeah, I remember what I was gonna say. It goes back to your position. If you're trying to fight for something, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the question we need to ask is what position are you coming from? Are you coming from a balanced perspective, or are you coming from a
That's
biased perspective?
very true.
Because if you're coming from a biased perspective, it doesn't matter what you're fighting for, you're not gonna succeed in it. Like,
That's
that's
true.
what I see with these feminists and all these
Fucking true.
people.
Fucking true. Because one of the
Yeah, man.
topics I have for us to talk about is feminism and all of this. And where do we go from here? Because it's not one thing to separate yourself from society, because if you wish to separate yourself from society, then why are you fighting for what you say you're fighting for, in what's your stance that you take on how you should be received? Because you shouldn't value it because you separated yourself from it, but you wish to be a part of society and be separated. But what you're asking for is respect. You cannot ask for respect which you do not have and it to be given to you, because that's not how it works. You don't ask the abuser, yo, can you respect me today? It doesn't.
Nah,
You don't. It doesn't work like that. So we know rules of life. These apply universally to almost
sure.
every aspect, yeah, in different ways, but same concept. You cannot like just ignore the way things are going right now and say, all right, because I know this is how it is right now, but I believe this is how it should be, so this is how I'm gonna act. No, because that's just me. That could be me just throwing a temper tantrum, but that will take
Exactly.
using these words in this context of what we're speaking about. It can be offensive, and that's not the case. It's meant to be at this moment. But with them now, or any movement now, you have to include. You have to include, yeah, the other party, the other side. It has to be, because if not, then you're just creating friction, yes, on top of what already exists. We don't accomplish nothing as a collective, because at the end of the day, these are not going to be the first set of human beings, of men or women, that is going to come about. So if you want to set some precedent or something to stand on, we have to begin to work together, man and woman. And me, I don't see a woman of having limitations of, oh, you can't do this or you can't do that because you're a woman. I don't see things like that, but I understand that in different parts of the world, certain things exist that don't exist in other parts, and certain dynamics that do exist have no like bearing in other parts, and some in more than others. So I kind of understand, but I want to see boxing, a woman fight against a man in a boxing match. No, I don't. I don't have the interest.
Yeah, Earth is a funny place, fam. Because if you think about it, yeah, different countries are like different dimensions, fam. Like the
It's
way
true.
things are down there, the way people think, the way if you look at it from a energetic point of view, fam. Because I know
100.
they all think different ways. They all have different cultures, different like they all do things
Upbringings.
differently. Yeah.
Upbringings, and that leads me to ask another question, because the thing we just tackled, we just touched on it briefly, and we just having casual conversation. But what I'm thinking now is that another question is there one universal way of living, or is there one universal way of living, meaning that is there one way of that we should live as people, regardless of wherever we are, culture, race, or anything? Is there one universal way, or is that just something or dream that we as humans have?
The
Or
question now is when you say
profess?
universal, what do you mean? Do you mean like everyone thinking the same way, like a drone, or do you mean like everyone just living together peacefully, regardless of what the differences are?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's like, all right, as you say, life differs from where you are. Like, I mean, obviously, to respect that there's different culture and whatnot, but some universal ground and say, whoa, your way of doing things is wrong. Do you think that, like, with this difference in society, culture, and country and everything, heritage, that regardless of all of that, we should be have a consensus of living together as people, regardless,
All right.
universally, or is that just a dream?
I think it is possible, but we have to fight for it because the way the Matrix is right now is just a madness. The Matrix is not set up to support what you just said. The Matrix is not set up that way at all. So if we want that to happen, we have to fight for that. To be honest, it is possible, but the thing where we just have to fight for it now by standing for something or falling for anything.
I hear that. I hear that. I hear that. But a lot of us do not know what it is that we want, and we have a lot of hurt going around. Everyone, look, I see the same problem happen every day, and the solutions here are not as complex as people think they are. Now, when I say they're not as complex, it doesn't mean that it's not hard, but it's not as the simplicity of it, it doesn't determine the difficulty. It's not like,
Yeah,
alright,
that's a fact.
for one, yeah, doing cane rolls like braids. How many people can braid here and plait? But how many people can actually make braids and, do them to what a standard that we deem where like, whoa, you're artistic with this, you're sick with it, like, whoa, you're doing some madness, That's braids is a simple thing,
For real. Yeah.
So just using the same analogy and applying that now. This is one analogy, but the main thing is to say that I see life as being simple, but not easy. Simple though.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. It can be simple if you want it to be, but life is just too complicated sometimes where simplicity just doesn't happen. So
I think what we do though,
it's quite ironic how you have to fight to be simple, bro. Isn't that ironic?
Yeah. I mean, it's basis like, yo, you need money, yeah? That's a simple thing, right? But then the difficulty comes in how you gonna get that. The effort and all of that. That's just like, yeah. So, like, what you wanna, if your goal is to be happy and content, why are you fucking around? Why is it that you picking argument with these people? Why do you make this concern of you? Why are you being distracted? You're distracted from your own happiness.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Fam, people say like, yo, I wanna be, but yo, I'm like, alright, for one, you go out and go on and you live your life to impress other people while you're suffering inside when you're not with other people. Why are you doing what you do?
That fella said, fam, smiling and suffering, fam.
Smiling and suffering is a real thing. It's a real thing. So, like, just even like when I take in the basis of religion, and I think to myself, if you're so convinced that this thing exists, what you believe in, why do you not live by it to the 100? Why is it that you're distracted and you want to do all these things and do all that?
That's the ultimate question right there, fam.
I've always seen that in all religion, and I think, I'm like, why? You go to church, you're baptized, everything. Why is it that you cannot stick by what you say you believe in? And I relate that to how human beings and the brain works. I just don't understand it, because if I'm saying, whoa, I'm convinced 100, I'm making leaps of faith because I know I'm good in the end. I know I'm good.
Yeah,
I know I'm straight.
I think what it is just the question is, what are you following? Is it the truth or is it not the truth? If it's not the truth, then you're always gonna keep falling. But if it is the truth, you're gonna keep evolving regardless of how fast, regardless of if it's fast or not. You will evolve regardless if you're chasing the truth. It doesn't matter if you're evolving quickly or a bit slower than you would want it to. But like I said, I think it's just the question of what are you following, fam? The truth or...
Yeah, when I put it down very simply, yeah, you have this belief, you say you believe in this, okay? Now, if you say you believe in this, why do you not abide by what you say you believe in to the 100? why are you picking and choosing if you believe that this thing is greater than all of us and it can take you out in every moment, and the things that you say and profess you believe in? Now you say you believe in, why do you say you believe in this if you don't believe in it? Because you don't believe in it if you don't live it by the 100. You have doubts. And that's what I'm going to, you have doubts. Regardless of whether you're saying you have or you don't, or you
At the
do.
back of your mind, you know what it is like.
You do. You have doubts, because for me it's like that simple. Or is it just you're just that weak? You can't be true to yourself and see there. I'm not saying that's everyone, because some people are blindfolded or blinded by false doctrine, and they believe it to the 100, and that's some people, but for the majority, I would say what they say they believe in is a pure contradiction, and that's even without speaking or breaking down the doctrine, what they say they believe in. That's just barely speaking about human trait and human habit. So like, it's simple for me, so people can understand.
A lie is always complicated, fam. The truth is just the truth. There's no complication to it.
That's truth. Like, the truth is one way. The truth is one-sided. That's to me. Because what they say about
what do you mean by that?
Yeah, because it's just simple. They always say, like, to talk about, the truth has got two sides all the time. Right? But that's not the truth then. That's not the truth. That's a story. The truth, you don't say, all right.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. The truth.
That's actually profound. That's profound right there.
Fam, how the fuck can the truth have more than one side? Then that's not it. You know what I'm saying, fam? I'm playing game right now. True. That's the truth. There's nothing about it. It's not
that's
like
actually true. It's not that you're either playing a game or you're not. You're actually playing a game.
Yeah, fam. So that's what I mean by the truth has one side. There's no this and this. Where does that come from? But what people are talking about right now, is how people have lived up to this point where that is a thing, where personal trait comes into factor. The fact that people lie so much, the fact that the hearts of humanity lead astray from the simplicity of how they deem things or they perceive things. Personal agenda, what traits someone has, what people like doing, the all factors in it, but the truth is one-sided. It's only become a thing when someone wants to lie because they want to protect their agenda or something like that. But
that's a fact.
For me, how I see it is just like that. There's no, this didn't happen or this. Things happen where there's two sides because we're not aware of the other side, the other party. So that's when it becomes a factor. It's like, all right, I was looking at this from my perspective. I saw that was truth. I wasn't lying because I told you everything that I saw from my perspective. Now, it doesn't mean I was lying, but it might not be the truth. So how is it that someone can come and tell you, the truth has two sides? No, it don't. How we live in has two sides when you're telling stories. Truth is that this happened, bam, bam, he shot him. and this happened because of that. Dive into that now. That's not, you know, two sides. Yeah. How I see things here. So even when I'm explaining situations and things like that, I give detail all the time, and there's a reason why I do that, because the truth has one side. When you ever hear me explaining something, I'm always giving you like the length, the long. Like,
I try to do that as well, to be honest. Look at it from, yeah.
Yeah, them man are running now, you know, pussy them dog. Them man are running from. I hooked up, yeah. 3 man came from me, I fucked up one of them. One of them was on a wheat bar. He backed up and waited for his brethren to die. Idiot, man. And he took off.
Shit.
See, this is just human fault, human error. You know, I don't fault someone for being scared and whatnot, but I can respect your honesty if you tell me, bro, I'm feeling this way. You know, it's cool. Why are you running from?
Yeah, bro.
Just for real. So yeah, my view of things is as a simplicity brought through the profoundness of things. So, and that's just like my life view. I always think of life as being something simple but hard. Simple does not mean hard. I mean, simple does not mean easy. It's like this game. What we have to do is we have to take over, but that's a simple thing, you know. Take it over. When you dive into it, it becomes something more. We have to fight to take this over. So yeah.
Where you running to, pussy? Yo, they getting fucked up now, you know.
Yeah, they are. They're running now. I've been one up the whole time, and these men have been trying to fuck me up. Now I'm coming for them. One up, they're running. You see what I'm talking about? I don't do this. I don't like this. I don't join this thing where you're in a power position, so you're making power plays like that. Be a boss all the time. Be a boss all the time.